10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, comic friends? It's Ryan the Colossus Collector, and thank you for tuning in to a special episode of Colossus' Spotlight on a CGC unboxing, courtesy of my guest to my, I guess, is it my left, or your right, I guess, Matt in Clemson. He's the one who initiated this. Of course, we did this same thing back in February, where we unboxed a CGC submission that he cleaned and pressed himself. So thanks to Matt for coming back on the channel to do it yet again.
Yes.
And then we're also joined, of course, by my friend Justin from No Good Comics, and soon to be joined at some point by Brandon from MON Comics. We had a little time snafu, and so he's just running a little late. But Matt, thanks for bringing us back together to do this again.
Yeah, man.
Yes, thanks for letting me pester you guys for the 2 weeks that this box has been sitting here on the floor. So I'm sorry for all the messages and everything, but not sorry.
I commend you on you being able to just sit and wait for it.
Yeah, a lot of work travels, a lot of family things. So there's been other things to occupy my mind.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad it wasn't too painful. I know I would have had a lot of problem with that.
By the way, happy belated birthday, Matt. I know.
Hey, thanks, man.
Days ago.
Happy belated birthday,
thanks,
man.
I appreciate it. Thanks for all that.
This is the continuation celebration.
I'm hoping this box will be filled with great grades.
I hope so.
As a nice little last gift.
I hope so.
So we've got a few folks in the chat. I will just shout them out. David Frederick complimenting me on the thumbnail. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. We've got our friend Chris from Christopher Parker here on YouTube, and nice to see you, Chris. We've got Michael. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping in.
Nice.
We've got the comic collector Coach. Happy Saturday, comic book people. Thank you for being here.
Up, Coach.
We've got Big Nasty. Hello, everyone.
What's up,
Thank
Rich?
you for stopping in. Lunch Money Comics. Mike, what's going on?
There he is.
And we've got Jeff from Comic Spa.
His name's going to come up a good bit tonight on my end anyway. So
nice. Just
be prepared to hear his name a good bit.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Really appreciate it. So let's set the scene, Matt. What can you tell us before we jump in here about the submission, about your cleaning and pressing? Where do you want to begin?
I guess I'll start with what's in the box. So these are all books that were actually sitting in a cold press when we all did the last video for the first unboxing back in February. This is going to be, hey, Brandon.
You got Brandon. Hey, don't shake your head. It's all good. A little bit my fault, all good. We're set.
Continue.
Anyway, so we've got 7 books. We've got going to be a handful of Transformers books. It's me. It's going to be Transformers. We've got a Transformers 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to have a couple of books that I actually got from MON Comics that I worked on and cleaned up that I'm expecting good results on.
Nice.
And then we've got my white whale of Wolverine 17 that I'm going to try again for another 9.8 on it. So what I've done is I've written down on this fancy neon yellow piece of Post-it note here details on it, what I think they're going to get, what was wrong with them, the best that they could get. I'd sent Brandon, I'd sent Ryan the pictures. The only before pictures I took was because of an eBay dispute on Transformers number 6. The eBayer sent it to me. It was absolutely trashed in shipping. Reached out to the seller. He was an absolute jerk. He, it was all my fault. He's never had any problems, whatever. So I just opened up the return with eBay. He went ahead and accelerated it 30 seconds after I opened it, went straight to eBay and had like the nastiest message. And eBay instantly, as soon as he hit submit, they canceled it, gave me all my money back, and sent me a message to not return it.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. Wow. So then I decided, you know what? I'm going to clean and get this to the best it can be just to spite this guy and see how it goes.
I love
it. It will be the worst book in here, but I still think it's a 9.2, maybe a 9.4 book. But it went from being a 4 up to that, to what I think it is anyway. So
it's great.
And I do have a couple images of that submission that we could show when we get to the book. But yeah, never nice to deal with people like that.
No, and I mean we don't have to be like that. There's no sense in that.
I'm sure he's not watching, but I hope we get to stick it to him tonight.
Yeah.
So,
on the number, so that was Transformers number 6, number 7, 8, and 9. I've got a handful of these 3-packs that they did in the 80s that have 7, 8, and 9 in here.
Oh, cool.
And the number 7, which is an all-black cover, was completely bent, creased, all kinds of non-stuff. So worked on it, and that's where 7, 8, and 9 came from. So we got that. The 2 that came from MON Comics. My very first Whatnot purchase I ever made was with Brandon, and I got a Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. It was a cover variant, first print, and came in, and I did a little fixing on it. So I think it's got a good, solid chance at a 9.8. The other one was a Fantastic Four 258, the Doom Hand coming clawing through the cover.
Love that.
I got that as a free giveaway from Brandon. So I had a few defects on it, went through, and I think I got it up there pretty well too. I think it's a pretty good shot. And the Wolverine, I'm gonna say just like that 9.6 that's sitting up at the top of the shelf, that's a 9.8. The grader's notes on it ended up being tanning on the inside of the cover. I don't remember it having that, but I don't know. But anyway, so that's where we're at, and I'm gonna hope that I've got another 9.8 for it. So,
all right. Well, I'm excited to see this. So
I'm gonna go ahead and crack them open. It's been 2 weeks.
Let's jump into it.
Can I ask a question while he's opening it?
Please do.
With that eBay situation, did he trash your feedback? Were you worried about that? Like when it starts getting nasty, because like I sell on eBay from time to time, right? I've sold a couple hundred items, and like I always try to if I've screwed up, like I think I've had 2 things, damaged in shipping or something, and like my first reaction is like, what can I do to make this right?
Yeah, same here.
And were you worried
I've been
about
on eBay
that?
I've been on eBay since 1997. And I still don't have a negative feedback from a seller or a buyer. And this guy, I don't know how he didn't, but I mean, all of my words were very polite. Thank you, sir. I'm really sorry. And we're not talking an expensive book. I think I might have had $11 in it. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all. So I don't know why he
what the hell?
was having a bad night on a Friday night when he did it.
Yeah, that sounds...
seriously.
You're going to take some L's and you're going to take some W's there. Like I just had, someone gave me 6 Applause Star Wars mugs from the 90s, like Boba Fett, Bib Fortuna. Put them on eBay. I ended the auction on Tuesday and I forgot about it. And I was like, I hope these don't sell for $1. And sure enough, they all went for $1.
Oh,
and the shipping actually, it cost me like an extra $5 for shipping. So now I'm at a huge loss. He gets them, of course. He's like, 2 were damaged. I'm like, I packed the heck out of it. I do not have problem shipping. But immediately I was like, what can I do to make it right? And he was like, dude, it's $1. Like, I'm not going to rake you over the coals. I'm like, thanks for being cool on your end, because, I was like, well, what's he going to say?
I understand if it's like $1,000 or $500, but like for $1, like, come on. Like, yeah, you'd hope that they would.
You'd hope.
Yeah.
How many books are you looking at, Matt?
Yeah, that's crazy. Going to be 7 of them.
Okay, here we go.
So I'm hoping either on the top or the bottom, that ugly number 6, Transformers number 6, is going to be there, because I figure it's going to be the worst one. So we'll go from there. Quick update recap. I'm thinking a 9.2 on this number 6, probably a 9.4 on number 7, 9.6 on 8. I think 9.8 on 9. I think probably 9.6 or so on the Fantastic Four 258. 9.8 on the Ultimate Spider-Man #1, and just so I'm not wrong in the wrong way, I'm going to say a 9.6 on the Wolverine 17, and I'll hope for better. I also understand that I am the most critical person of anything that I touch, so I hope that rings true on these numbers too. Hopefully, I'm completely wrong in the best way. So
All right.
let's see.
Do this.
Okay. All right. So the first one is going to be the bad one here. The bad one got a 9.4.
Wow, nice.
And sorry, what were you expecting on that?
I had 9.2 on this one.
Well,
That's
there you go.
All right, we're already on a win.
Near mint, baby.
Brandon, Ryan, you want to show those before pictures of this guy?
Yeah. Okay. So this was the package.
Ooh.
Big old dent, divot, bend, whatever you want to call it. Obviously not very good, like strong packaging either.
Now, what you want to see a comic come in?
No.
It was a bag and a board. That was it.
No,
there was nothing else in there.
That's not adequate. And then that is the comic outside of the packaging.
And that was after straightening it as much as I could to lay it down, and it's still.
So that's even after a little bit of straightening. So that's that's a good bend. That's a good bend.
I can't contain my excitement.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Was that the resubmit? Is that the one you cracked and cleaned?
No, it's still up there on the wall.
So that's a completely different one.
Yeah, I've got enough to do.
Awesome.
And I do this year is probably going to have a 17 in it. So
Amazing.
all right, that's all for me, guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Man, okay. All right.
Renegade.
Hey.
Holy crap.
Nice.
All right.
That's amazing, Matt. Congrats, dude.
So this number 7 with the black solid cover that I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured there was no way it was over a 9.2, maybe a 9.4. CGC disagreed.
Whoa.
Yes,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
go.
Another one.
Let's go.
So maybe I am overly harsh on everything.
It's probably a good thing. It's a nice
Set
surprise.
yourself up for a lot of happiness and
This
surprise.
is if this is a 9.8, everything else that I put in this box should be a 9.8.
Well, CGC works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. You just
That's true.
Wow.
You're right. I'm loving this. This is going to be a good night. Fantastic Four.
Oh,
Oh my God, dude!
I love
I
that book.
love that book.
That's awesome.
One of the best Doom covers out there, in my opinion.
You are kidding. You are not kidding. And this one, when I got it from you, I think it had 4 or 5 spine ticks on it. And
That is the one for me.
In it. But yeah,
That is
that
the
was
one
when I got
that
you from a giveaway last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mon Comics,
I paid
folks.
nothing for this.
Mon Comics
paid for
giving
this.
away 9.8.
Yeah.
Thank you, JSS. That's very nice.
JSS. That's awesome.
All right, JSS. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
You got to the Stick to Toys Bruce meme for any kind of super chats. They should just come on and do the Stick to Toys Bruce.
I should get a few things like that queued up. All I still have is all I have is like a few little sound effects from like when we were playing Jeopardy at Christmas time.
Got you. Well done, Matt. Congrats so far.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this is probably the higher or highest price book in the lot. This is number 8, Transformers number 8. I had it down as 9.6.
First Dinobots.
First Dinobots. You're on it.
Yes!
God. Dude, you're killing it.
Firing.
Grimlock happy.
I apparently am just a tick harsher than whoever this grader is because
No ticks. No ticks.
right on it. That's awesome.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Thanks, Aikens.
I can't quit smiling.
It's amazing.
I just can't quit smiling.
Just
Mon
saying.
Comics.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Number
wow,
9 is
wow.
another 9.8. First Circuit Raider.
What was your
not huge.
estimate on that one?
I had a 9.8 on this one. This was a good book. It had 2 spine ticks on it, but but nothing else. Everything else was a brand new book on that
2
one. So,
non-color breaking spine ticks.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome, man. This
Eye,
is
man.
huge.
So
Jeff,
there's only one book left, and it was my first Whatnot purchase from Brandon, and cleaned it up.
Selling
That was
9/8
also-
on Whatnot, folks. Come get them.
That's right.
Well, you know what?
Comics,
You're
2 for
under-
2 on
complete
on,
suite. Complete
books for
suite.
9.8s.
I'm making my Whatnot account right now. Here we go.
I gotta take care of this book.
Brandon,
How much did Jeff have you and Jeff from Comic Spa talk?
All right, so the last show we did in February, Jeff reached out to Brandon, and Brandon said whatever he said. And I think later that night, as a matter of fact, me and Jeff were messaging back and forth for about 45 minutes. Just talking. Like I don't have another cleaner presser person that I can talk to, that I can brag to, that I can say, hey, I fixed this. And, rather than showing somebody else that just says, oh, hey, it was wrinkled, now it's straight. That's great. I can tell Jeff that. And he's like, oh God, I know how long it took you to do that. I know how many hours or how many days something like that takes. So I have talked to him a lot. For a while, it was just messages back and forth, texting, calling. We've been doing video calls every Friday. Just touching base. Just we've got like an outlet to talk stuff. I've bounced ideas off of him. He's opened my eyes to a couple of things that are better than what I do. So I've got a stack of 9/8s here. I don't see why I can't be better than that. So it's exciting. It is incredibly exciting. So I'll go ahead and just jump straight in here. I know Justin's got to run in a bit.
You're good. You're good.
Where I was at with this submission is, if everything turned out well, I kind of didn't have a plan. If it didn't go well, I was going to have a little egg on my face, I guess, tonight. But I have officially created, I've started my own business. I've talked to Jeff an awful lot about pricing, all of the stuff. And I've gone out, bought my domains. I've done all of the techie stuff that I'm supposed to do. I've done, got a lot of logo work done, thanks to Justin giving me recommendations of who to reach out to on that.
Nice.
And I've sent Brandon a little 14-second animation video. And if I say Brandon, I'm looking at Brandon, and I mean Ryan every time.
all good. But yeah, let's unveil it.
Yeah.
Bravo. That's
As
a
of
beauty.
today, Pressed Comics is what it's going to be. So I'm more excited than I've been about anything in a really long time. This is something that's. Thank you. Thanks. So yeah, and Jeff's saying that he's got 6 months of work for me, and he keeps telling me, he says, I need you to do something for Mike so he can put you online and we'll fast track you.
Yes.
But no, it's been a ton of fun. So for my next trick, what I'm planning on doing is, I've got another stack of CGC books here. I've got a lot of 8 that are 9.2s, 9.8s, 8.5. I'm sorry, 9.2, 9.6s, 9.4s, 8.5s. I'm going to crack them all, and I'm going to work on fixing them, and I'm going to see how many 9.8s I can get out of the stack. I'm going to do this will probably be a video. I'll get, do all the before, the details of it, cracking it, and how I fix them, what I'm doing on it to work on it, and just some kind of interesting content. I know Chris was giving me a hard time, if my announcement was going to be that I was going to have a YouTube channel. I totally had no interest in doing it. But when I came back from work trip last week, I had a giant stack of boxes, and I was like, why open these by myself? Let me just stick a camera here and let's see what the heck happens. I don't know. So camera just sat there and looked at the side of my head, most of it. And I don't know. It's fun. It's everywhere I go, there's always something that I always think, God, this would make a great video. If I just had the time to make this would be great. I was like, well, why not just make the time? Let's just go ahead and do it. So yeah.
And you don't have to overdo it either. Do whatever works for you and your schedule.
Yep.
And you'll get viewers and people will watch, because people love comics, right? So
yeah. I'll have a video on doing all those, and then for Conlon Comics, whenever he watches this, I'm going to do I got a new 4-drawer file cabinet that's holding 5 short boxes, and I've got magnets for that. I've sent a couple of people a sneak peek of it, but not many people. So I'll go through the video of that. That's probably going to be a couple of weeks because with work and everything going on, I'm not going to be able to do the measuring and cutting that I need to. But I will tell you that it is up here right here next to me, and it looks fantastic. I love it.
I'm super interested in that because I was talking to you this week that I'm kind of on the lookout for file cabinets myself because I think it's a more efficient way of storing and then also just being able to pull things in and out. And I have so much stuff just piled up in my room here, and I'm just in a constant state of stuff all over the place, and I just want to get more organized. And
yeah, I'm talking. You see this nice clean shelf back here, and I've got nothing you can see. I can't move my chair right now. So I in the little Instagram video that I threw up on a reel, I went and got 700 books last week from 2 different places, 2 different friends.
Yeah, that was nuts.
And they're long boxes and a short box are wedged around my chair that I can swivel, but I can't move.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh God, yeah. And then, I mean, both of these cabinets are full. The 4-drawer over here is half full already, so it just.
I keep looking to my right, and I'm like, can I fit a file cabinet there? Like, I think I can do it. I can fit
think
one.
you can do it.
You can,
You
man.
can totally do it. You just gotta get creative sometimes.
Just put your mind to it, Brandon.
What's the height on those?
The ones behind me are 39 tall for the 3-drawer.
39.
And the ones that the 4 drawers are 51 tall.
39 would work. I just lose a comic row. But I gain hundreds of books of storage.
There you go.
That's
Damn
true.
you, Matt. Congratulations. I'll be the first to say I'm also excited to hear because at some point, Jeff, a.k.a. Mr. Wizard, is going to retire. And I'm going to need someone to send my books to when he says, I'm done dry erasing, bathing, taking care of
If he ever does retire, I hope he never turns his phone off because, I mean, I think yesterday, I think it was me and him, we were doing a video call at like 2:00 in the afternoon, just talking about random books. I don't even think we were talking about cleaning and pressing things. I'm just trying to buy something random from him. And it's like, hey, it's just easier to video call. Okay, great. Yeah,
He'll be on for hours. That
and
man
I
is
love
a
it.
wealth of knowledge.
Everybody in this chat and in this video knows that I can't seem to stop running my mouth. So talking is
Matt, let's take one last look at the books because we went through them pretty fast. Let's throw them back up and just tell everybody, because a few people just jumped into what the expected or what your expected grade was, and then what you got on these books.
You got it. So the first one
I got a question for your business too. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will you be, when people send their books to you to clean, are you also going to offer the option to send them to CGC, or are you going to return the books to them for them to send to CGC?
Good question.
I could probably do both. I guess I'll just research the logistics of it. As far as, is it going to make sense for me? Is it going to make more money for me? Because I'm going to then have to, it's going to get sent back to me. So I'm still going to have to send it back to whoever. But honestly, a lot of the stuff that I'm going to do, at least for the nearest future, it's going to be just for friends. I know Justin, I'm bugging him about sending one. I've got New Mutants 98, guy that I work with. I'm going to try to steal it from him and fix it for him and give it back to him, that kind of stuff. Because I want to make more videos, more content on, doing the high dollar stuff rather than, the $20 or $40 books that, I've got, over there that I've been pulling out of dollar bins and that kind of thing. So that'll be it. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with doing the submitting for people, especially if it's somebody I know. That's because
just asking. Okay, sorry to interrupt the book showing, but I always am like, yes.
Good question.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody, it might have been Mr. Akins, I don't remember who had said it in the chat, was wanting to know if the videos were going to be on the M.O.N Clemson channel. They will for now. If I rebrand that to something else, or maybe I'll create a Impress Comics channel. I haven't made it there yet. I was up at 4:36 a.m. this morning working with the graphic designer on logo changes and stuff. So it's all happened really quick. And so yeah, I don't have the answer for the YouTube stuff, but definitely for now it'll be on the M.O.N Clemson channel and the M.O.N Clemson Instagram account. So all that'll be the same.
Matt, you're on like 2 hours of sleep.
Well, did you see these 9/8, dude? I don't need sleep anymore.
Yeah, no, you don't. You're wide awake.
I am good. So the first book we had was a damaged book that I got in a bad eBay deal with the seller, and it would have been about a 5, maybe a 6 when I got it, all beat up, and it was a Transformer number 6. And with all the work, I think this was about 4 days of work to get it up. And the reason it couldn't go any higher is it's got pretty significant color break on the spine. I see 4 of them right here. So, but it's flat as can be. It just, it was just as high as it could go. So 9.4 is a 9.4 for it. That one was free. I paid nothing for that one. So the only cost I have in that book is the hours that I put in fixing it and the grading cost. And the next one is going to be my very first Whatnot purchase from MON Comics, or my very first Whatnot purchase, period, happened to be from MON Comics.
I remember when you were asking me how it worked and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, if you sign up, you get a free like 15. I get like $5. Like, I've learned to control myself on that app. Like,
the fun thing about this is the people that were in the room, I don't know if they didn't know about Ultimate Spider-Man, they didn't care about it or whatever. Guys, I got this for $1 from Brandon. $1 for a first print variant cover Ultimate Spider-Man number 1.
Nice.
Cheap 9/8 over cheap 9/8 over at MON Comics, I hear.
I didn't pay anything for it because I got the $15 coupon for signing up through Brandon. So
what a win. What's the
just
curious, what's the FMV on a 9.8 of that? Do you know?
It's probably around $100. Now, if it was the cover A would be, significantly higher. I think it's about 100, 110, something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
So the rest of the, the 9/8s, they're everywhere. They all just kind of run together over here right now. So I'll just try to keep them straight.
I love your excitement.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I'm going to be so annoying when I get off of this live stream. My wife is going to just leave for a while. So
all white pages too.
Yep. Yeah. This is a first circuit breaker, Transformers number 9. Again, the 7, 8, and 9 that I submitted were all out of a Marvel 3-pack that Marvel did in the mid-'80s. They all packed them together like this. And actually, if you ever come across these, the book that's in the center is usually in the best shape of all of them. And the 2 on the outside are usually in kind of rough shape. So just be careful. If you find one that's got a 10, 11, and 12 First Devastator, that 10's probably going to be beat up pretty good. But I have 3 packs of those over here that are going to be on the next submission that I send in too. So that should be fun. This one, and I'm also in that period of, am I going to sell these? I think she's on the phone in there, so she can't hear me. I don't want to sell them. I don't want to get rid of any of them. Like, I worked hard for these.
Again, welcome to the party, pal.
This is like hours and hours and days and weeks of doing this, and just being so frustrated with, no, it can be better. It can be better. It can be better. And, yeah, that's, yeah. So first Dinobots ended up being a 9/8.
Yeah, I'm so okay. So I love Transformers. Don't collect them. But that's the book that I've seen in a live sale and been tempted to get because I love the Dinobots. And I showed my oldest daughter, we'd sit and watch an 80s cartoon. And she was like, dinosaur robots. I'm like, yeah, like this is awesome. So I love that you have that in 9/8. Congrats. Jeez.
And what got me with Transformers when I was a kid was everything I ever knew was cars. So there's these cars that transform. That's great. I got the Thunderhawk from Mask flying back there behind me. G.I. Joe vehicles, anything that had automotive anything with it really sucked me in as a kid and still holds on to me. So on the MON Comics 9.8 train, we have another book that I paid $0 for.
Yeah, dude.
That Brandon sent me.
It is such
super cool book.
Super sick. So sick.
This was the biggest surprise to me of everything. Was the all black number 7. That's the front book on the cover, or in that 3-pack. The biggest reason, and I wish to goodness I would have taken a picture of it, there was a huge divot that started at the T and went all the way diagonal to the S. Wow. That I don't know how it didn't break color, but the entire first 4 pages of the book were bent. So whenever you pulled it out, you could look and it would just flip up. Probably, I don't know if you can see that much, but that's maybe ½ inch. It looked toast. But just kept working and working and working.
But the magic of Impress
did their jobs. That's for sure.
That's right.
Now, this is the one that is by far the most exciting. This is one I will never get rid of. This is one I will never get tired of looking at.
Yes.
And this is one I will never stop talking about more than
Keeper.
likely.
And that's your second one.
Yeah, well, the first one was 9.6.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah. If you look at it, it's a 9.8. There is not a flaw on the outside of that book or on any of the pages. But CGC thought that one up there on the wall was a 9.6 because of some tanning on the inside cover. So we'll see.
Caught somebody on a bad day, Matt. That's all.
That must have been it. And I'm not ruling out that one might possibly get cracked when I do this lot of 8 over here that's going to get sent. I may take a chance on that because that was all part of my first CGC grading. So I didn't, it was free. Basically, I signed up, I got $150 credit, and that paid for that submission. So I didn't actually pay to get that one graded. So maybe I pull it down and I pay the 22 or 27 bucks, whatever it is. But that is the recap. That is what I will sit in here the rest of the night and just stare when this camera goes off at
It's
nonsense.
a good feeling. That's
My wife's gonna be like, "You okay in there, man?"
She won't. If I'm in here, she's like, I don't care. I'm not bothered.
Same.
What are you doing in there? Nothing. Nothing.
He's always in there. What is he doing?
What's he doing in there?
She knows it'll be working on one of these presses or doing something.
Matt, did you enjoy Transformers 1?
I did. There was the first couple of minutes I was iffy.
Right. It takes a few minutes to get into it, but once you do,
yeah, I was all in. I've said before, I'm pretty hard to say something's bad. It doesn't take much to impress me on a movie because if I've taken the time to actually sit down and watch something, then I'm going to try to enjoy it best I can. It's got to be really bad for me not to say something good about it. But I enjoyed it. Yeah, it could have been a horrible movie, and I would have been fine with it. I'm actually okay with the Michael Bay movies. It's just because when the very first one came out, it still means everything to me. I remember my cousin drugged me into the movies. I've been working 16-hour shifts. I didn't get any time. And he was like, "We're going to the movies. We're going right now." I was like, I need to sleep. I got to be back to work in 3 hours. We're going to get out of the movie. I got to leave straight from there and go. I don't care. We're going to the movies. I walked out of that movie. I didn't need sleep that night. And I went back and saw it again the next night. And
I watched it last weekend.
It stays on repeat here.
I have a fun story about Transformers 3. So by the way, I like the original 3 movies with Shia LaBeouf. I know Michael Bay gets his treatment, but
Ryan, I like them too. I have fun.
I thoroughly enjoy them. They're not going to win any Oscars, but they're fun movies. But the third movie, when the Sentinel Prime fights Optimus Prime at the end, they end up on this bridge in Chicago. Yep. That bridge was the bridge right next to my condo where I lived. Like literally you could see my condo right behind them as they're fighting on that bridge in that scene. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
If you pause the movie and zoom in to the little window on the background, you see Ryan
Colossus.
I don't think I was there when they did the movie, but yeah, that would be excellent.
I'm gonna Photoshop you in there.
Hey, a quick thing for any of you guys or anybody in the chat: when you go on vacation, even if it's a place you don't really want to go, you're not looking forward to it. Maybe you got to go someplace for work or whatever. Cheap, easy fun for you is to just Google online what movies were filmed in the town that you're in. Even if it's a little town, what's 10 minutes up the road that a movie might have been filmed at? Do that, and you'll stumble on things that you've never, ever realized. And you can just hop in the car, go 10 minutes, take some pictures, and then now you got this connection with the movie and stuff. That's me and a buddy of mine. We go to a bunch of baseball stadiums, and that's been our thing everywhere we go. What was filmed here? All right, we're going there. We're going to take these pictures and watch those movies.
All around my neighborhood where I lived in downtown Chicago with so many like the Dark Knight.
Yeah, all of the Dark Knight stuff.
Yeah. Like I would walk by all kinds of places. I could see the penthouse where Joker crashes that party from where I worked, from my office. Like we were like right there. It was just nice. A cool place.
Very cool.
Matt, congratulations on
Guys, thanks for taking time out on a Saturday, the middle of the weekend.
So glad
I've been pestering you guys over and over. I've just been so excited and trying not to spill the beans about getting everything wrapped up with the business, getting all this stuff straightened out. It's all rolling. It's all coming fast, and it is the most fun that I've had in any time I ever remember, and I love every minute of it. So, Jeff, I'm going to keep bugging you. I'm going to keep bugging you, Justin, for that Hulk 180 that you got that I know I can make look really, really good for you. So
I should have it wrapped up this weekend and have it out the door by Monday. I'm
Awesome.
hoping with a couple extra things.
And Razor Ramen's asking if I got the G.I. Joe and Transformers Kickstarters. Yeah, the G.I. Joe one's sitting up here on the shelf. And the Transformers one was ordered. I was within the first 450. I think it was 451 or something people that were in front of me before I got mine. So
nice.
Yeah, I lost that money too. I just couldn't. I couldn't sit back. I had to have it.
Love it.
Jeff says, "Pest me anytime. I'm guessing anytime."
Pester.
Yep, I will. I will be pestering him a lot, as I already have. It's a blast, guys. You ought to know him, and you run into him at a comic con. You need to talk to him. This guy is an awesome guy.
I believe all three of us met him at Terrificon. Did you meet him, Justin?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay, but he was at Terrificon, so
He was, okay.
maybe next year.
Yeah,
this year I should say.
For sure.
But yeah, my Brandon and I got to meet him in person. Which was
I'm
great.
meeting up with him in June when you guys are at Heroes Con to try to ease the sting a bit.
Well, that's good, man. I'm happy.
We're gonna go to Albany Comic Con together, so I'm excited.
Is that the same? Literally the same weekend?
I don't know if it's the same weekend or not, but it'll be like, see, guys, we're doing something cool too.
Me too are having fun.
I'm just not with all 20 of the mates, but it's all good. Comms will keep coming around. Matt, so happy for you, dude. Congrats. I was blown away. I didn't know you were launching a business. I thought it was only a matter of time if you had been talking to Jeff, that he would give you the encouragement.
He is the big reason. He's the one that gave me the validation that, yeah, I do know what I'm doing. And so I sent him some books. I'll spill the beans on some of it that I hadn't worked on yet, just so he could look at them in his hands and then send them back to me. And that's what I'm going to work on and hand to him. And I want him to know every single step that I'm making, every technique I'm using, everything about it, so he can know in and out, and we can just spread the word. There's tons of books out there, and I will never ever be competition for him at all. So he is by far.
You'd be happy if you could take some work from him, I'm sure.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I'm certainly not gonna turn it down. But yeah, it's a great relationship that we've got going for sure.
It's awesome.
Cool.
Love to see it.
Yep.
And now it's always good to have more reliable cleaning pressers as friends. So yeah,
for sure.
We love it.
And another video or another something I've got to make is, my wife's been on me for about 2 years that you need to start a channel of how to package things so they don't get damaged in the mail. Because I don't know, it's natural. I worked in a packing company for I don't remember how many years, but just packaging a comic is not difficult to make sure that it gets there without getting bent. I can't understand how I get the stuff that I get in the mail, and our postal carriers are not gentle on anything here. So
no, and there's been, as you were talking earlier, there's just so many bad attempts at packing comic books, and even now.
To be fair, when I sell on eBay, I'm not selling. I don't have to pack 200 things today. I might sell 10, 12, something like that at a time. And it does take me 30 minutes to pack a package. I mean, even if it's just a Gemini mailer, because I'm going to cut the cardboard just exactly right to where it's going to match. It's going to be painter's tape with pull tabs. And I mean, everything is going to be presentable all the way down till you get to the book. It's going to be, the way that I would want it to come in. So it takes a little bit more time, and then I'm this guy who, whenever they buy something from me, I send them a long, ridiculous message. Like, I'm rambling on here. We're trying to end it, and I won't shut up. It's just
one of us.
Exactly.
I was just going to say, I mean, it takes a little extra effort, and unfortunately people aren't always going to do that. And it's like anything, right?
It's the quick, lazy way out, right?
Yeah. I ordered a Colossus Christmas ornament last Christmas, and it came in a macaroni and cheese box that wasn't even like taped up, and it had some like paper stuffed into it, and then it was just like wrapped in like newspaper and sent to me. And it came, luckily not broken, but it was the worst package job I've ever seen in my life.
My
So,
Daredevil
I mean-
2 came horrible, and it's a 2.0 in a slab, and it was in like cardboard, just like taped around it. And I was like, it was Mercari. I never bought off Mercari again. I just can't.
Jeez.
But I think we've all been there with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and I got a comic book this week that it was just in a Gemini with this small piece of bubble wrap just taped over it like that. That was it. I was like, oh my gosh.
When you
But
open it up, all the hopes and dreams just came out of it that they used to
yeah,
have
you're
that thing.
just like, oh no, but it looks pretty good. So
I saw Derek and Otto showed up late. You guys are going to love the rewatch of this if you like 9/8.
yeah,
Hey.
sorry you guys missed
Very, very
most
This
good.
guy
of
was meant
the-
to have a channel. Listen to him
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah. By the way, Otto, I called you earlier. Text me. Give me a call when you get a chance. If that's you, Otto. That's Otto. Unless it's Roger. I think Roger's on vacation. Or it could be Chimmo. I don't know.
Never know.
Well, guys, again, Matt, thanks for coming on and sharing
Thank you,
this with
guys.
us. It was
Hell yeah.
a lot of fun. I know it's Saturday and we got other things going on, so just a short one, but a fun one. And thank you for everybody for popping in tonight. We had a great time hanging out with you guys as well. And
And everybody,
stay tuned.
if you are following me on Instagram, watch for a bunch of Impressed comics. I may start a new Instagram account with that and just start sharing it and starting to build that side up. And then all my other nonsense can stay on the M.O.N Clemson channel, and then all comic pressing work and information stuff will go through there. So I'll let everybody know.
Love it.
Yeah, actually, before we go, anything to talk about, plug, guys? Feel free. New videos coming out, whatever.
Brandon and I just were hanging out last night. If you guys missed
Yep.
it, we were just talking Aliens versus Avengers, issue number 3 out of the 4. Jonathan Hickman's been releasing. The last issue comes out next month. So if you guys missed that and you've been wanting to follow along with some of that, I think Brandon and I do a pretty good job of breaking down each issue. So we've been kind of going back and forth on each other's channels. So that's been a lot of fun. That's my main highlight for sure.
Hell yeah. I got them all by side. MON Comics Big 5 Live next week. Up and Atom Comics, Outer World Comics, and then Jay and Baxter from Jab's Expensive Paper are going to be the guests.
What a cool.
So that's Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Would love to have anyone stop by and see what they bring. And go catch the rewatch of the 3 Men in the Basement one. Those guys brought, like, all of them brought the most nostalgic signed books I've ever had on my show.
Yep.
I was honored.
There was a lot of smoke
I
on
was
that one. That
honored
was
to have
incredible.
those guys showing those books. So
That was great.
catch the rewatch of me and No Good. We're gonna keep doing different stuff. Like we're gonna do Spider-Man versus Predator. I think we're gonna continue the When Worlds Collide theme of like different properties coming into Marvel.
I'm so glad y'all decided to do that last night.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was like, just say yes, Brandon, when he asked. Just do it.
Brandon and I, we're locked in now. We have signed contracts and everything.
Yeah, like it's already prepared.
We're 85 years old, so
I love it.
What do you got, Colossus?
I'm hoping I'm gonna cobble a video together by tomorrow and put it out on the channel on Monday. Looking a little bit further ahead though, April 28th, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time, here on my channel, Council of X. We are doing a whole episode where we're presenting our very own original ideas for new X-Men characters, power set, name, backstory. It's going to be so much fun. I started working on it today and I'm so excited about it. So tune in on that Monday night, April 28th. That's going to be a great show. And and then Matt, so follow Matt at Matt and Clemson, right?
Yep. M.O.N Clemson on Instagram, YouTube. All that good stuff.
For his new impressed pressing and cleaning business and venture. And he keep an eye on all the stuff he's going to be doing, and subscribe to him on YouTube as well. He's a new channel. I'm super excited that he's joining the content creator club here in the comic community. And Yeah, and then of course, Matt, you're always welcome to do this again on my channel or any of these guys' channels. I'm sure. You just
This is the only way I want to do it.
just
I
let us
don't.
know. We'll do it. We'll do it all the time. So
Yep, this is fun
yeah.
for me. This makes all the hard work and all the hours worth it right here.
Oh, nice. Love
Sweet.
it.
Well, that is it for this one, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, keep collecting. See you guys.
Later.